Boy, that's a bad camera. That was like, hi guys, hi guys. So hi guys, I'm Bob, and I am a criminal psychologist. Not really. That's a lie. I know about police work. Yeah, a little bit. Did that for about a year. And I know about cops. Not really. But I know about all three of these things because I've lived for a little while and I'm a brainiac. You ever met one? I've got more poetry books, stories, novels, inventions. I'm selling my first one next week. I've missed one for $1 billion, the beverage inventory control meter. Look it up. That's a whole other story. But what I'm talking about tonight is police and what they're doing wrong and how they can do it right. And if you ask me, what, you got a degree or something? No. My degree's hanging on the wall. It's a bad degree because I was trying to nail a picture up and punch a hole in my hammer. So that's a degree of problem. Big degree of problem because the wife didn't like it very much. You don't have to have anything hanging on the wall to have something to say. You don't have to be president of the United States or a senator. Oh my God. Whew. Have you listened to the senators lately? I don't, oh my God. A congressman, wow. What wacky bullshit is this? I mean, I haven't heard anything so crazy in my life, and I bet you hadn't either. Jeez almighty. What? God. Y'all are kidding, right? Anyway, don't get me in my comedy routine. That's the next one. But so police officers approach cars, pedestrians, families, people on the street, homeless, everything. So, just start your imagination running and you can imagine. And I'm not saying, oh, poor police, but I'm saying they're fucking up really bad. They just don't understand. There's an old saying, and it's the second commandment, and you all know it if you know anything about the Bible, that love your brother like you love yourself, right? Well, now I want you to think about that in real terms. And this is going to be an explanation that's going to lead back to where I'm at. So what that means is that, let's imagine a map with 10,000 diamonds on it. So you can see them all, okay? Big as a 4x8 sheet of plywood. And all of those people live next door to each other. And they're brothers. Now, if you believe anything about the Bible at all, that's one of the strongest commandments there is. And you might not realize that. What Jehovah God had in mind. And his name's Jehovah God, just in case you didn't get it. And Jesus wasn't crucified on the cross. He died on a stake. And King James, those people were crazy. They took Jehovah's name out of the Bible 7,000 times. And we've got all these items. We got these crosses. Look, I got my cross. Well, that was for the Crusades, okay? It wasn't for us. Anyway, I'm going to get past that. That's a whole nother story we'll talk about later. But what the police are not doing is not loving their brothers like they love themselves. And that is a commandment that goes through every sense of psychology, sociology. Got something in my ear. You ever get those? I had this funny thing going in your ear. It's like skin or something. Like for months, I was like, what the hell's going on? Started taking some CBDs, went away. Okay. CBDs, great. Go get some. The good ones. Anyway, so the cops, they're going out there and they're attacking people. Now, I was a police officer. It doesn't mean I knew what I was doing because I was dumb as a box of rocks back then. I was only 18 years old. One of the first police officers trained by the FBI, 18 years old. Well, I got off. I went in the Navy and scored in the top 1%. Could have went to Annapolis. Could have been an officer, but I wanted to be a nuclear power technician. And the school burned down, and they said, "Well, you're going to be a ADJ, aviation machinist, mate, jet mechanic." I said, "Really? Okay." Well, aren't you supposed to like stand by your agreements? They're like, what agreements? This is 1973. We don't have them. Okay. So what can I do? Oh, you can go to Annapolis. You can be an AGJ. You can be an E5 after 3 years. And I was planning on being a nuclear power technician. I could learn to blow shit up, right? No, not really. It's not that type. But yeah, maybe. But I was going to get out of the Navy after 6 years, be an E6 when I got out, have a good chunk of money in my hand, and have the education to go out and make $250,000 a year being an MPT at some nuclear power plant so I could glow when I came home to my wife. Hi, honey. But the thing that happened was the damn school burned down halfway through, and the chief comes up and he said, Bob, I got bad news for you. I said, what's that? My mama died? He said, no, your career did. And he said, you're going to have to be, because you're going to have to be an ADJ. And I said, okay. Can I get out of it? Nope. But you can go to Annapolis. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's some stupid answers you have in your life sometimes, right? And you say things that you really don't mean, and somebody ought to kick the shit out of you as soon as you said it so you can wake back up like the day didn't happen, go back to that guy again, and give him a different answer. He said I could go to Annapolis. Well, I had just gotten out of high school. I hadn't even graduated. Left home when I was 17, ran out to my dad's, and he said, the Navy or else? And I went, okay, Navy it is. Well, when I took my test, I tested a 1%, the top 1% of the Navy. So I could do anything I wanted. So when he offered me Annapolis, I was like, I just got out of high school, man. Are you kidding? I'm going to tell you, if you're young and you're 16 and you're stupid, but you're really smart, remember this statement. Don't say no to Annapolis. I would have been a pilot, man. God, what? But, being stupid and young, right? Couldn't believe it. So, back to the story. I just got out of the Navy. I jumped the fence that night, cut my shorts off. I said, I'll piss them off. So I cut my shorts off. I go jump the fence. I go get stoned. And I'm high as a kite, and I call him, hey, how about picking me up? I go to Captain. Captain says, what the hell happened? He said, I don't know, man. I'm just fucked up. And he went, bye, honorable discharge. And I went on the police department. But what I'm getting to, and you're like, where the fuck are you going? I'm getting back around. So police officers go to a scene, and let's get serious because this is the important part of the training. Police officers go to a scene, and there's two guys fighting with knives. Now, I ran a mobile home community in Corpus Christi, Texas in 1990, and it was guns and roses, man. Sort of. The guns were there, and we grew a lot of roses. And the guys had guns and knives, and they were Mexicans, and this is Corpus Christi, Texas, and this is not walk down the street and think you're tough, because they'll just show you where you're not, right? Didn't bother me none. I've been a martial artist all my life. I didn't care. If you are smart, you don't need a gun. If you're smart, you don't need a knife. All you need is a brain, okay? A brain, okay? A brain. We're going to try to teach cops how to have a brain. This is the Get the Brain seminar. I approached two guys knife fighting. I didn't know them, but I knew they lived there. And people who knife fight know each other. Do you know that? Very, very rare. How do you say that? Rarely. You have two people that get a knife fight that don't know each other. It's a personal thing. If they both got knives, then you know they really know each other. So these two guys are fighting. I say, hey, don't you guys know each other? They're like, yeah. I mean, they stop immediately. Yeah. And you guys know me? I'm Bob, right? Yeah. Are you guys crazy? Do you guys want to get shot or something? Not tonight. Put the fucking knives down, man. What? Come on. Are you kidding? Geez, you know each other. Who cares? Who needs $5? And they're like, me. We went and had some beers. Cops are doing this, and now it's in the road. You bet your fucking ass it would be. It'd be two of them dead. Why? Because cops don't, all they want to do is get you out of their fucking hair. Because I was a cop, I'm telling you. We didn't have this problem back then because we didn't have, I don't know what it was we didn't have, but we damn sure didn't have this bullshit. Coming up to a guy, shooting him in a fucking car. You know what? I made a lot of traffic stops and I made a lot of arrests, and I pulled my gun twice. Twice. I was only there a year and a half because I was young and dumb, and I was too smart for them, and they got rid of me. That's what happened. They found, oh, you smoked marijuana before you were a police officer 10 years ago. You can't be a cop anymore. I swear to God, here, take this polygraph. I mean it. That's really how they got rid of me. They were like, this little son of a bitch is giving us too much trouble. Fuck you. And I was the youngest police officer in the history of the United States at 18 years old. Serious business, 18, cop. Well, I scored perfect, 99% on my civil service exam, and got the psychologicals done so fast it wasn't funny. The physical was no problem. And so they put me on the force, but they just fucked with me. Oh, we're babysitting him. Oh, maybe we ought to bend him over. I bet he's got a cute little bud on him. I swear to God. It was like, you want to go with Johnny? He wants to ride you around the car. I'm like, I'm just going to shoot you. I'm serious. I'm just going to shoot you. They'll probably let me off because you're an asshole and a pervert. But anyway, that is kind of funny though. But the cops they're really doing it wrong. So when you walk up on a scene and you got Jimmy that just beat the shit out of Jill, right? And Jill's bleeding, Jimmy's mad, and Jimmy says, I didn't do it. The most important thing. Jimmy says, I didn't do it. Jill says he did. And they're all upset. Now you could cuff Jimmy, slam him on the ground, bust his head wide open, put the cuffs on him because Jill's bleeding. He ain't got a mark on him and everything's his fault. And that's the worst fucking mistake you'll ever make. You look at Jill and you say, Jill, I know you're upset, honey. Look, we don't know what's going on. And I don't care what you have to say right now. You sit down and you calm down. You're not under arrest. Nobody's been Jimmy, just wait. Just wait. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Not right now. There's a reason. Come on, trust me. I'm trying to help you, okay? I'm trying to help you. It's a bad situation. Nobody wants to be in this situation. Let's help. So, Jimmy, you go over there. And, Jimmy, I want you to go all the way on the other side. And, Gary, will you go with him? And Gary's not there to detain you. Gary just wants to keep her away from you, okay? Right. I got to pause for a minute. My wife is on the line. I'll be right back. I'm trying to remember where the heck I was, but I'll just start with this. If you set both them kids down away from each other, get them spread far enough apart, you can't let them hear each other talk, for the first thing. You cops that are letting all these people talk and scream, you can't do that. I'll give you an example about what people see and what they know. What they see and what they say and what they know are all different things. They are conjectures. They don't understand. They don't remember. And I can prove it to you pretty quick. How many times did I touch my beard and how many times did I touch my face? Face would be with just a hand on where I didn't have the beard, and how many times did I touch my beard? If you don't rewind this damn thing and don't beat you, because you will, you're like, I got him. Well, you'll never answer correctly. That's the same thing that happens to people in these situations. If this guy says immediately out of the box that he didn't do it, he didn't do it. Or he did it and he's lying. How do you find out? Well, you ask the witnesses. But if you try to diffuse a situation with these two people who just got into a fight and you put them about that far apart, what the fuck's going to happen, Wilbur? They're going to get into it again and they're both going to jail. Well, stupid ass. Get them apart, calm them down, and maybe nobody's going to jail. So you walk up on a guy, he's waving all over the road, right? I'm a state trooper, you're weaving all over the road, you're drunk, I'm gonna put you in jail. And I like getting DUI, guys, because that gives me another little dot on the board. DUI bill. That's why they call him DUI Bill. It's got the most in the world, okay? Thought I heard something at my door. I might have. Kind of scary when you hear something at your door and there's nobody there. It's like paranoid. Anyway, so you cannot diffuse the situation like a DUI. Because a person that gets a DUI first, they're scared to death. You turn that light on, and that guy knows he's drunk. He knows he's going to jail. It's the most dangerous son of a bitch in the world. And you're a police officer, and I've invited you guys to be here for a reason. Because I don't want to see you get killed. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. You guys have got a shit reputation right now. And I'm gonna tell you, and the reason is you've been trained wrong. And I'll prove it to you. By the end of this seminar, you'll know you've been trained wrong, and you'll change. And you'll call me and say, "Hey, Bob, can you do a seminar?" Yeah, I will. But I got a lot of irons in the fire, and I don't want to talk about them. But it's just you need to listen to your head, not your training right now, because your training is fucked. Period. Oh, I got to put my charger on. Hang on, guys. Well, I had to make me another drink and grab a smoke. So I smoke and I drink, and if you don't like it, fuck you. We all do, and everybody's like, I don't smoke. Yeah, you do. I don't drink. Oh, yeah, you do. You ever notice that about people? They're on TV, that, they smoke, but don't do it in front of anybody because it might influence them. Really? No shit, really. You haven't been to a bar lately. This is the ones I go to. They got the smoking lounge outside. Holy smoke, there's more cigarettes in there than you can jump over. And people are like, don't show Johnny that you're smoking. I swear to God. I'll say we're back to the DUI, right? And cops, man, I watch TikTok because I cannot believe the shit I see on TikTok. They're some of the craziest motherfuckers out there. I really can't believe what they do. Honestly. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So here's what cops do with DUIs. And you probably know. So let me see who that was on my phone. You ever get messages? It's like, I got one of these phones, these G20s, right? They're great. I mean, one of the best cameras on if you want a good phone with a great camera, G20 or G21, they're not going to pay me for the endorsement, so don't worry about it. But yes, get G21. Thank you, Verizon. So cops on a DUI will come up behind because they got the lights blaring, they got everything going on, they got the siren on. They don't want to cut the siren off, so they scare the shit out of you is what they want to do. They want you to piss your pants. Then they want you to get up and do jumping jacks and say, "Whoa, here, no, see, oh, Phil, fall back, what?" Crazy. Here's what they should do. And you tell me, write in the comments if you think I'm full of shit or not, okay? If you're right on with say, "Yeah, Bob, you're good." Don't go into the whole fucking explanation because I don't give a shit. If you think it's right, say it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But don't go and tell me why you think it's wrong or why you think it's right because I don't care. I'm just looking for the check or the X, man. And then if you put the X down there and I'm wrong, you better get into some detail. That kind of didn't work. I didn't say that right the first time. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Here it is. If you think I'm wrong, you tell me and you explain it. And if I'm wrong, I'll pay you $10,000 if you can find it in writing. So here's my guarantee. $10,000 guarantee if you can prove me wrong. It goes through everything I say, except my comedy routines, because they're always wrong. You'll see. But, so the cop gets out of his car and he's like, touches the back of the car, walks up to it. Do you know why I pulled you over today, sir? No. That should be, yeah. No. Why? Well, you're swerving all over the road. Well, I got a bug in my eye. You know, my wife. Where's your wife? Oh, she's not here. This guy's going to jail so long, it's not even funny. Now you know that, because it's a DUI, and he is drunk. But what if he isn't? What if he's got cerebral palsy, and he just found out? What if he just found out his wife died? What if he ran over a cat? What if a deer hit his car down the road? What if anything, right? And so to put a guy on the defensive and to scare the shit out of him and to make him look like he's drunk and he had 2 drinks at home and then something else happened. And so the cops come up and they're immediately, you're guilty. Not. Here's how you do it. Even if the guy's so fucked up he doesn't even know his name. And you'll know that pretty fast. But the point is to weed out the truth from the lie. To have sympathy and caring for your brother and your sister, like the second commandment says. Love your brother. You heard that before. But this is the truth. And if you can't do this, who the fuck are you? What kind of fucking person are you, or any of us, if we can't love our brothers and sisters? And this is how you do it, regardless of what your job is. The Bible doesn't say, if you're a cop, you don't have to, or a politician, or a lawyer, okay? Everybody else got to behave. Not. M13. My case in point, Donald Trump. Another. And all his kids. Damn. What a group. You ever seen a group like that? The Mug family. Well, you put them all in mug shots, they still wouldn't change their faces, would it? Because that's how they look. Like mug shots. Jared. You ever watch that guy? That guy cracks me up, man. He kind of reminds me of a Dr. Seuss and all. You know, open Dr. Seuss. Oh, there he is. But cops really need to think about what the truth is. And the truth is that you don't need to go accost everybody, man. Everybody. Everything is defensive, and especially with DUIs. Okay? So let's say the guy ain't guilty, right? Damn. Marlboro Light. Light. Like fire. Kind of weird. Anyway, so the cop, and this is really how it should be, and I mean, in the comments below, you can win 10,000. Prove me wrong. If you can show me where this won't work, I'll pay you 10 grand. And all the cops are going to come on and go, oh, shit, you've never been shot at, have you? Yes. And hit. Yeah. Got shot. Being a cop. Anyway, another story. We'll talk about it years from now when I got something stupid to say. Because it was stupid. Anyway, here we go. Police officer walks in. Hey, are you okay? Now check this out. You're in the car. You know you're not drunk. You had a couple of beers before you left the house. So you're going to smell like you got a little booze on your breath, right? A cat ran out in the road. A mouse fell out of your pocket. You dropped your cigarette lighter. Your girlfriend broke up with you just seconds before. Whatever the reason for you swerving on the highway, you look drunk. Okay? Agreed? Agreed. So you're sitting there and you're thinking, I just had 2 beers. He's a fucking cop. He could put me in jail. I'm going to hit the gas. That's one scenario. Here's number 2. I got a gun. I can't go to jail. I got a warrant. If I get arrested, my wife, man, oh my God. I mean, I'm in so much. Oh my God. Shoot the cop. Okay? If you don't believe it, read the reports. Next thing. He's going to get me out of the car to do a sobriety test, and I'm running through the fucking jungle because my car's going to get repoed anyway, and my wife hates me. I ain't got no damn money. Lost my fucking job. Over there, he's got a house out by the creek, and I'm gonna go run hide in the back of it. I hope they don't catch me. If you think that ain't a scenario, that is the fucking truth. It is how the police officer approaches the car and how he handles the situation. Now, here's how it works. And all these guys that have that same problem are sitting in this one car. Every one of them exists. Kind of like, having split personalities. Okay, you get the scenario. This could happen.